What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and it is Friday, so of course we're going to jump on and do our episode of Free to Play Friday this week. It's been a pretty busy week. We've been making some pretty good progress on the account. You can see here we are into this new login calendar that is unfortunately missing our 5-star chicken and sacred at the bottom. Instead, we now have these other champion fragments of Cleoptrix that we will wind up getting in about 4 months, so that's interesting. We did get an ancient shard today, so probably just go ahead and eat that here and see if it gives us anything decent. We need to make some space here anyways in our champion inventory because we're getting close to that 90 capacity that we have. But it's been a pretty good Friday so far over on my main account. Things are really going well over there. I actually did pull some void shards today. That is the Siffy 10X, which of course is a giant bait event for them to get you to drop a bunch of money. I'm at the point now with shards where on my main account I usually only pull what I have saved up from Clan Boss. And we got one of the fusion rares. Okay, don't really care because we're not really going after anything there. We actually already got Magnar, and that's really all that we care about. It'd be cool to get one of the other ones, but at this point really that was the only guy that I wanted, so we're not really too worried about anything else there. But I decided to go ahead and pull. I had about 20 voids saved up from Clan Boss, because what I've been usually doing now is saving those for these fusions for the summon rushes over on the main account. So what I actually will wind up doing over there is pulling to get those points. So I'm actually already done with the fusion on my main, but I went to pull my 20 voids there and actually did get an Ithos. So it wasn't a Siffy, but that's kind of a good consolation prize for me. That's the first really powerful void attack type legendary that I've got on that account. Most of my legendaries in the void category on my main are defensive, so it was nice to actually get someone who's going to be able to do some damage, so that was pretty cool. So been a pretty good day. On the free-to-play account, we've been making some good headway on the Arbiter missions, and we're kind of debating tonight. You can see here we've actually already made it to the clan mission of 75 million damage to the Demon Lord, and then we're on to the level 20 missions, and then we have the 100 million on the clan boss, and then we're done with Arbiter. So we're 6 missions away from getting her. It's so weird because we cleared through Spider 15 earlier in the week, and I already did a video on that the other day. But it's like once we got through Spider 15, it was like that was the log jam, and we blew through that. And it's like Spider 16, Spider 17 both went by pretty quickly. Actually, really didn't have much trouble at all doing either of those. Kind of just show you guys here where we are. There is we actually, let's see here. Yeah, we got through 16 and then 17 pretty easily. So now we're gonna have to push it down through 18. 19 is probably gonna be the tough one. That usually is because it is force affinity, and that's what 15 was, and that's what gave us a bunch of problems. So hopefully the same team we used on 15 will be able to use some variation on 19. Which, to look at the team we got through the last 2 with, we kind of switched it up a little bit. We kept Drexstar in there, obviously. We got Syl and Reliquary. We put in Champ Fort for that HP boost, and then we've also got Aox. That's the team we used to get through 16 and 17. So probably try to push those this weekend. I've got some energy here tonight, but what I really want to do is try to farm some Dragon, because we need to get some speed here that we can start rolling for Arbiter. Then we also have to kind of look at Fire Knight. I got through 17 on Fire Knight today relatively easily, not too bad. And it's funny because Drexstar is actually proving to be a pretty good champion that we got on this account, because he's got a 3-hit on his A1, and I didn't really have anybody else to use in Fire Knight to keep the shield down, so kind of threw him in there, and it was like super helpful. So now we got 2 3-hitters between him and Tomb Lord, and then we've got Visix for the turn meter when the shield's down. Stag Knight hits twice. Syl gets some extra turns in that Relentless Gear, so she's able to help out there as well. So we kind of just went with this like ragtag team we threw together, and it worked pretty well. So, but it's going to be a challenge. We got to get through 18 through 20 on Fire Knight and Spider. That's going to be our next hurdle. Ice Golem, we should be fine. You can see that we actually dropped our stage 17 time by almost 2 minutes when we went back in, because it'd been such a long time since I'd actually done the Ice Golem. I'd already progressed it down to 20. So we'll see how our team does when we get down there. But the team I use there, basically pretty defensive based team here. We got Champ Fort, Stag Knight, Aox and Syl and Kale in there to do some damage, put some poisons out. That's kind of what Aox is in there for as well. But yeah, so we've got to kind of push that. We're done with Ice Golem 20 and Dragon 20, so I know those will not be an issue. It's just going to be Spider and Fire Knight, just like it was for getting through the 15s and the 17s. But quite honestly, at this point, I am not too worried about it because we got the Arena quest finished to be in Gold 4, and that's really all I wanted to get done, because I know Arena, it feels like it's starting to go back to how it was before. The matchups are not quite as easy as they were. A lot of the pages are just tough teams again, and it's going to, I think, start getting really hard to continue to hold position in Arena. So we did get our energy here from some matches earlier, but go ahead and grab that. Let's see here, what do we have to do? We have 50 energy, 7 campaign battles, artifacts, and increased level. Okay, cool. So go ahead and jump into here and take care of that. And let's see, I want to try to get Drexar ascended too, so it'd be really great if we could go ahead and get some accessories on him, but I don't even know if we have. Oh, we do actually have a couple. So we got a resistance, that would be nice for him. Oh, we do have a, oh nice, we actually do have a resistance banner that's got some speed on it. That would actually be very helpful for him. And then we got a crit damage amulet, and we have a reaction amulet with attack, which has resist. You know what, I'm actually going to roll this for our, just take it up to 8, see if we can get accuracy or resistance to hit on this. I may throw this on him just to use it for now, even though it's not. I would rather have like defense or HP. Of course it hits flat HP. Any other stat it could have hit except that one. Can we get lucky on that? Okay, we got one roll in resistance. You know what, let's just take it to 12. And we'll probably just use this on him once we get him ascended up enough. Be nice, I guess it just hits resistance here and keeps stacking it, because that's going to help him against the Spiderlings, and right now he's pretty much our main reason we're able to progress through Spider. I tried running Ultimate Galek a little bit, and he just, you know, he needs so much attention. He needs someone to put the attack up, so he's throwing his HP burnout first. He needs a lot of babysitting because he gets targeted and then his health goes down. It's just like, Drexar is so much easier as a tank to just build, and he gets hit. Why do you got to hit flat HP? Ugh. At least we got a decent glyph we can throw on it. And of course it hits the lowest roll possible. That's just how it goes. That's how this game works. It's so funny to me on my main account where I'll get like 5-star glyphs and I'll roll it and it'll hit like the lowest possible, and then I'll wind up rolling a 3-star or 4-star glyph over it and get a higher value. Like glyphs just, they're so aggravating in this game. Alright, cool, but there we go. We'll put that on him later. We got a banner for him as well, so that's going to be kind of good if we can get his stats up there. Let's jump in here and see if we can level somebody up. All kinds of stuff going on in here now. We did pull a Steel Skull and a Genbo from one of our Void Shards we got, so that was kind of cool. We also did get a Melga Steel Girl, so we actually picked up quite a few champions over this past week, because I've just been pulling the Void Shards that it dropped from the Arbiter missions. I was trying to get a Cold Heart, but we got Genbo, which, you know, he's really good in the arena. I don't really know where else we'd be able to use him, but you know, for now he's not really going to get any effort put into him. We'll just be leveling some of these guys. You know what, let's just go ahead and see if we got some brews. We'll throw on Steel Skull. Feed these 1-stars in here too. So let's see here. Go ahead and claim our mystery shard. And we got 2 quests. Okay, so we got to do 7 campaign and do some energy. And I think what we'll do after that is we'll go farm some dragon. Let's just go into the speed stage. Try to see if we can get some speed boots to drop that we can eventually use for Arbiter when we get her. So we just got some champs in here we've been leveling up, trying to get Rector Drath. We actually have started to build Elaine, kind of to help out in faction wars, and also possibly to eventually replace Kale, either in the arena or just as our general farmer, because I want to start. Kale is just too fragile to use in certain places in the game right now. He's built strictly for arena, so when I try to use him in dungeons, he kind of struggles. So I kind of want to rebuild him, and that's sometimes what you want to do with your starter. You'll get to a point in the game where you kind of want to move them out of that arena nuke role and kind of build them more multi-purpose so they can help you out in other areas of the game. So that's something we're thinking about doing with Kale. But yeah, been a pretty good week so far. Progressed a lot on this account, and Main account's doing really good. Got some exciting stuff coming up there. You know, we were showing off the 13-second Spider 20 team yesterday, which is pretty cool. And now we get to build Ithos and see if we can turn him into a farmer for Doom Tower and maybe even Nightmare campaign. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But my debate now is I have enough gems to where I could finish the clan boss mission tonight if I wanted to and start getting on to the 20 dungeons. The only thing is I think that's going to delay me a little while because obviously we're going to have to figure out a way to get through Spider 19. And then Fire Knight's also not that easy, especially with the champions that we have. It's probably going to be a long haul to get that finished down through 20. So it's almost like why rush it, especially since tonight I think it is the Force clan boss, which is our worst. And I was kind of dumb this morning too, and I actually ran my clan boss keys before I started finishing the Fire Knight 17 and the Spider 17 runs. So if I had just saved those 2 keys, I could have actually put 3 keys in on the Arbiter mission already, and it would have been probably a little bit easier to just buy the keys at that point with the gems. But we're definitely going to need gems too for the 100 million clan boss, because it's not my main account where I got my unkillable comp, so we're going to have to run, depending on what affinity it is, we're going to have to run quite a few keys. Probably have to wait for Magic. Magic is usually my best one. I can get 15, 16 million, I think, on Magic. So that's kind of what we want to go for, is the best affinity we can get when we try to get that 100,000 damage mission. But like I said, you know, it won't be a problem if we take our time, because we don't really have the speed gear we need for Arbiter anyway, so probably need to start farming, like I said, Dragon 20, see if we get some speed drops. And just so we can throw her into our arena slot. And what's going to be nice about that too, actually what I'm looking forward to doing with her, is once we're able to get her into that arena lead slot, we will actually be able to move Gorgorab more into a dungeon role, so that we can use him there, build up his HP and his defense a little bit more. Right now he's strictly built fast for arena, so that he goes before everybody else to boost up their attack. But it would be nice to be able to rebuild him, put him in a bit more of a tanky set of gear to help with faction wars, and also to be in there to revive in the dungeons. Because it would actually be nice if we had him for some of these spider dungeons. On my main account, for the longest time, I actually did run Gorgorab and a Ultimate Golek on the Spider 20. That was my team. It's basically Gorgorab would come in, put up the attack buff right away, so that Ultimate Golek would lead out with his HP burn. And that really helped me for the longest time, until I was able to get, you know, a much better team built now, obviously. But that's one option that might be on the table for later. But so far, we've just been letting Drex kind of carry us. He's been, it was a meme poll we pulled him, but it's actually been a pretty good poll for this account. He's a really solid champion, and he's been doing well for us. So really nothing good there. Let's see if we got our 50 energy. Okay, cool. So we're all done there. Weekly, we're 2 out of 5. Monthly, we actually just restarted, so we got quite a ways to go. Alright, we got that there. We got some faction war stuff. Tag team arena. Tag team arena with a single affinity. 1 resilience artifact at the forge. I think we've got plenty of stuff to do there. We got a lot of crafting materials left over to use for the next clan versus clan. So we can do that. Let's go over to 3v3. Actually, I need to start doing some matches here, because we did get up into bronze 2. Not really doing much, but we let's go ahead. I'm actually still going to buy the Drexar fragments, because it's going to be fun, I think, to have 2 of him. Could probably do some cool stuff with that. Let's see what we got here. Let's try. Let's just refresh, see if we can get some easy for. Here we go. We got our team in there at the bottom. It's all of. I'd say 1 faction or affinity. I can't remember. It was one or the other. I always forget by the time I get to the battle. But we should be able to run through this pretty fast. We can figure it out either way. Pretty tough rosin here. I wish I could get him on this account, but like I said, we were waiting for that Wanderer forever. I've needed one rare to get rosin now for, wow, 6 months. Crazy. But that's what happens when they keep adding, 20, 30 champions into the game every month. It just gets to the point where you can't really do it anymore. Okay, that was the quest there, so that's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get some more energy, add it onto our pile here, win 3 artifacts from dungeons, 5 silver keys in the Doom Tower, 20 turns against the clan boss, beat a faction war stage with 1 rare champion. Let's see what faction wars we have tonight. We have Ogryn tribes and we have lizard men. Let's just pick one. Actually, it looks like we got pretty far here. Let's just go with a quick one here. We do have a rare champ there. I guess we could just throw somebody in here to be cannon fodder. But we've actually got a pretty decent Ogryn tribes team. It's just I haven't had a lot of chance to work on Michaelis or Siege Hulk. Michaelis actually one of my favorite rares that I have on my main account. I've actually built him all the way up to 60. He helped me get through Faction War 21 on that account, so pretty good rare champion. He's got ally protection, got heal on his attack, so he's pretty solid. Pretty solid void rare. But eventually at some point we'll build him up. And then Siege Hulk just has some really cool animations with his, he's got his, what do they call that? Is that a trebuchet? I don't remember what they call that, but he's got the giant siege weapon on his head, which is pretty funny. He fires those missiles, or whatever they are. I'm surprised this level 1 dude is making it through here without face planting. It's pretty funny. Alright, there we go. So that was a pretty easy quest there. Get that done out of the way. We like to try to do our... Oh, we have our XP booster. Nice. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go see what clan boss looks like. Do we have it? We have a key. So we're on Nightmare, and let's see where we are. Yeah, see, I've run to my keys today since it's been Force. And unfortunately, look at our clan now. We are actually completing all these every day. So on my main account, I'm able to get 6 chests every day, which is pretty cool. That's why I'm able to get so many shards now where I don't have to buy them on my main account. That's why it's kind of important to eventually get up to this point where you're doing Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. So probably going to have to 2-key this either way just to get the top chest, but Force is tough for me because I don't have a lot of spirit champions with masteries that are finished, and I also, Frozen Banshee is like my best DPS here, so I have to keep her in even though it's negative affinity. And we've got to put her in the lead slot to make sure her accuracy is up high enough to land her poison sensitivity. I used to use Mother Superior. Her masteries are all finished, so let's put her in and actually see if she can help me do a little bit more. Because it was kind of disappointing with Stag Knight in there. You know, he's got the decreased defense. The problem is when we can't use Aina, we lose that decreased defense and a weaken. And that can kind of make it hard to do some damage. And we really can't take Grush out because we need that Leech. Skull Crusher, we got to have that counterattack, so. But that's kind of the problem where we made both of our DPS magic. Anytime it's forced, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But you can see here, she's still able to land her poison sensitivity. The only problem is being that lead slot and being the negative affinity, she's going to eat that stun. And we don't really want her eating that stun, but there's really not much we can do to stop it here. But once she gets that poison sensitivity up, thankfully Aox is able to extend it, and it's a little bit easier for her to get her poisons out on clan boss there. So yeah, I'm just looking at it. This is projected out. It looks probably 10-11 million if we're lucky. But I guess at least if we have Mother Superior in here, she does have Giant Slayer, so at least she can get some extra damage out of that. That's really the problem when I put any of my other Spirit Champions in. Their masteries are not complete, so they're not getting the advantage of that Giant Slayer damage. So that can be kind of tough. Yeah, she keeps getting nailed with that stun. Sometimes she'll clear it with a remove debuff from the defense tree that she's got. Okay, we got poison out, got her leech up, her decrease attack is up, which is good. That's the other nice thing about having on the superior here as well. She gives us an extra decrease attack, which will help us survive a little bit longer. The unfortunate thing again is that we don't have the decreased defense or the weaken, so that's kind of tough. So trucking along here is 6 million. Frozen Banshee is not going to survive much longer, I don't think. This is kind of our problem here. That's the other reason I didn't want to spend the keys, because it's basically like we aren't able to do much damage. Now, if it was Magic or Spirit, we were putting out the 14 to 16 million a key tonight, I would probably not even hesitate to buy up the keys and just finish the clan boss mission. Looks like they're going to survive a while, they're just not doing a lot of damage. Like I said, I think this will barely be 10 or 11 million. This team's got a lot of survivability, just no damage. At 10. We lost Aox. Probably going to lose Frozen Banshee here. Yep. So they'd probably get 11, maybe 12. I don't know if they can squeeze 12 out of this. We need a lot of work here to hit 12. Okay, Skull Crusher down. That's probably going to be it. All right, Grush. By yourself. There you go. Well, they made it enough turns. At least they got a decent 11.5 million out of that, so we'll still be able to top chest even though it's bad affinity for us tonight. And you can see Aox actually coming in with 4.1 million. That's pretty good. Frozen Banshee, see, she slacks off quite a bit against the force. It's just tough for her to do the damage with the attack down, and also no decreased defense and no weaken, so that's kind of tough. We survived. We got the advanced quest finished at least. And let's take a look at 22. So we would, if we do 11 million, yeah, we'd need 5 more keys. So I don't know if I want to spend 500 gems. Although we're gonna get, you can see here, we're gonna get 300, 600 gems, which will help us get the keys for that. And that's a case where if we could get that 16 million key, we could actually, it would only take us 6 or 7 keys, so we wouldn't actually have to buy that many to get it finished. So I don't know, I'm going to have to debate. I may wind up just doing it this weekend just to get it done, because I know I can clear these two relatively quickly, and then we'll just have to spend some time on the Fire Knight in Spider's Den. So that's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we were able to... Oh, you know what? Actually, this is, I think, the highest we've been able to make it in Doom Tower. I'd love to be able to finish this boss and get that and try to pull it, and hopefully maybe get a Siffy. Yeah, right. But we've actually made it all the way to 70. This boss is just driving me crazy. I can get it down to like 1/10 of its health, but we can't finish it off. I don't have the right champions really for it. So it's kind of unfortunate. You see there, we have gotten a couple of secret rooms. We got 6 secret rooms done. So we are actually getting fairly close to getting Archmage Helmet, which is pretty cool. That's going to be a good pickup for this account, because this guy is actually pretty solid. So if I can't get any further past the Nether Spider, we still got a couple weeks to try to get through it. Next iteration of Doom Tower, we should be able to get him, which will be nice. He's going to be a really good champion for us. Help out our account quite a bit. So I think that's going to be it, guys. Just kind of a quicker episode tonight, just to kind of catch up with the account. Show off the progress toward Arbiter. Hoping that toward next Friday's episode we might be on the cusp of getting her. It's just going to be a bit to get through those last couple of dungeons, so hopefully we can do those and get them out of the way. But as always, guys, if you have any questions about anything in the video, feel free to leave it down below, and I will do my best to get you an answer as soon as I can. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.